The morning sun was just beginning to warm the porch as I tossed kibble to my dogs. That's when I heard boots crunching up the dirt road to my ranch. A lone man in a Navy uniform approached, his badge gleaming as if it granted him dominion over Blanco County. He looked the part, sunglasses, heavy belt, baton swinging like he meant business. But something was off. Real cops don't show up solo on private land, pounding on gates like they're raiding a vault. As he hammered my steel gate, shouting, "Open up." Willow Springs HOA enforcement, I knew this wasn't a routine visit. From behind the barn, I watched him on my security feed, zooming in on that badge, cheap, scratched, like something from a costume shop. A grin spread across my face as old instincts kicked in. I'm not just a rancher raising goats and grandkids out here in Texas. I'm Jim Tanner, chief of police for the district, with 32 years on the force. This imposter had picked the wrong yard. I hit the remote to unlock the gate and stepped out, calm as stone. You picked the wrong gate, partner. I'm Jim, folks call me Chief, a lifer in law enforcement, having seen everything from drug rings to city hall bribes. 10 years ago, I bought this ranch to escape the chaos. It's just me, my horses, a pack of rescue mutts, and enough land for my grandkids to run free without someone griping about fence colors. I ensured this place was HOA-free, triple-checking every deed and county map before signing. My neighbors, Mike, a retired EMT with a bad knee, and Ellen, a widow whose husband was a deputy, shared my mindset. We looked out for each other, shared coffee, swapped stories, kept things peaceful. Then, 4 months ago, trouble stirred. An outfit called Willow Springs HOA started posting notices on properties, claiming expanded community oversight. Mike and Ellen got hit with demands for dues on land that wasn't theirs. They pushed back hard. Mike's a bulldog when angry, and Ellen's got a lawyer on speed dial. But one night, Ellen called, voice trembling. "Jim, some guy in a uniform showed up, demanding $2,000 in HOA fines." It didn't feel right. I checked her cameras and saw a man with a knockoff badge, looking like he'd raided a costume bin. I alerted my deputies, dug deeper, and fortified my ranch with cameras, motion lights, and gate sensors. If they were coming for me, I'd be ready. They came that Saturday morning, a fake cop thinking he could intimidate me off my land. My deputies, Sarah and Luis, had him cuffed in minutes. His gear was laughable: plastic baton, toy walkie-talkie, badge etched with HOA compliance, like it carried weight. But a map tucked in his belt caught my eye. Red circles marked properties across the county. Mine, Mike's, Ellen's, even some 10 miles out. Scrawled at the top, non-compliant targets. This wasn't a prank, it was a scheme. I told Sarah, call the state. We've got a ring. As we loaded him into the cruiser, a gray SUV idled by the tree lean, peeling out when Luis approached, kicking up dust like a getaway car. Someone was watching. An hour later, Mike called, whispering like he was in hiding. "Jim, there's a guy sniffing around my shed, talking into a headset." I sent Luis over, no sirens, and pulled up Mike's camera feed. Same deal, another fake in a matching uniform, photographing his wind turbine with a tablet. I rolled up, Luis flanking from the woods, and caught him red-handed. "Step away from the shed," I barked. He turned, grinning like he had a trump card. "Just an HOA inspection, sir. Your friend's turbine violates height codes." I nearly laughed. "This land's not under any HOA, and you're trespassing. ID now." He reached into his vest too fast. Luis and I drew in sync. "Slow," I snapped. He tossed a business card, smirking. "Call my boss." Luis cuffed him before he could blink. His bag was a goldmine: fake IDs, GPS coordinates, fabricated HOA rules, and citations with barcodes, fines ranging from $300 to $4,000. This was organized fraud, not a petty hustle. The next morning, Ellen found a red envelope on her back door: comply or lose everything. Final warning. Her cameras caught 2 hooded figures circling her property at night, staring into the lenses like they wanted her to know. I sent a patrol, escalated to the feds, and started connecting dots. This wasn't about fines, it was about control, possibly a land grab. That evening, things escalated. A black SUV with Willow Springs enforcement on it parked outside my station. 3 more fakes, 2 men, 1 woman, stepped out, filming with a camera crew, megaphone blaring. "Chief Tanner, you're in violation of community codes. This is public record." A crowd gathered, some cheering, thinking it was legitimate. I was stunned. They had the nerve to stage a stunt at my precinct. Then one raised a taser, aimed at Sarah, and fired. She dodged, the prongs sparking off a cruiser. I tackled the shooter, pinning him to the pavement. "You're done," I growled. Luis and Sarah cuffed the others. In the woman's bag, we found a tablet with live feeds from dozens of homes, backyards, barns, even bedrooms. They weren't just scamming, they were spying. In interrogation, the woman, Carla, cracked. She was part of a neighborhood protection league, a front for extorting homeowners with fake HOA fines, backed by shame videos posted online to pressure victims. They'd hit 50 properties, planting hidden cameras, forging documents, targeting those too scared or confused to resist. She dropped a name, Victor Slade, a real estate shark who'd fled town years ago after looting HOA funds elsewhere. "He warned us about you," Carla said, smirking. "Said you'd be trouble." I leaned in. "Where's Slade now?" She shut down, but I knew this was personal. Slade settling old scores. The next day, I received an email from the county records office claiming I owed $42,000 in back HOA fees, complete with my deed details and a forged signature. Sarah traced it. Someone had hacked the county's secure database, planting fake contracts and even altering my voter registration to a non-existent Willow Springs Estates. They'd marked 2 more targets that night, Sam Carter, a Vietnam vet living alone, and a kids' petting zoo downtown. I sent Luis to the zoo, took Mike to Sam's, and caught 2 more fakes casing his barn with a crowbar and camera. "Police, drop it," I shouted, dodging a swing and cuffing one. The other tripped over a fence, thanks to Mike's quick cane work. One muttered, "Slade's already in," but clammed up. Then the zoo went up in flames, Molotovs tossed over the back fence. No cameras caught it. Luis saved the animals, but the kids were heartbroken, faces smudged with ash. Sarah called from the station. "Chief, they're wiping files from the county mainframe, deeds, permits, everything." Slade wasn't just stealing money, he was rewriting reality. We had to act fast. Slade was hosting a community compliance rally at an old strip mall, a recruitment pitch for his fake HOA. I went undercover as a landowner, Sarah monitored from a van, Luis posed as a volunteer, and Mike played a disgruntled resident. Slade stood at a podium, preaching order, showing slides of my ranch, Ellen's house, the zoo, calling us enemies. I tapped my mic. Now. Deputies and FBI swarmed in, chaos erupting. Slade smiled as I cuffed him. "Too late, Chief. The files are out." A follower swung a baton at my head, and everything went dark. I woke in the hospital, head pounding, Sarah by my side. "Slade's locked up," she said. "Concussion, but you're okay." A nurse handed me an envelope, no stamp, just my name. Inside, a USB stick and a note. "You stopped the rally, not the movement." Sarah cracked the drive, thousands of names, vulnerabilities listed like a predator's playbook, widows, vets, folks without lawyers. Slade's next move, a fake lawsuit to freeze every land title in the district. We had 48 hours. I checked out, pain be damned, and rallied the team. Sarah rebuilt the hacked files, Luis flagged the lawsuit, Ellen called every victim. We held a town hall, 500 strong, projecting Slade's fake contracts, exposing his lies line by line. "No badge, no title makes a king," I said. "Slade's going down." The state AG froze Slade's accounts, issued warrants for his crew, and launched a task force on fake HOAs. At trial, the judge gave Slade 40 years, no parole. His smirk vanished as the gavel fell. We rebuilt digital deeds for every owner, created a public HOA registry, and started a watchdog program led by Ellen, with Mike baking for meetings and Sarah running a scam-busting site. I'm still chief, still on my ranch, feeding dogs, watching sunsets. The zoo's back, kids laughing again. A girl there gave me a drawing. me with a badge, labeled our chief. It hit harder than any baton. But Slade's files leaked to a new group in Nevada, same playbook, new name. The fight's not over, and I'm not retiring. In a world where deception wears a uniform, vigilance is our shield. If a stranger knocks claiming authority, question everything. Your peace depends on it.